Personally, stealing for me is a crime despite the situation or the reason behind the action. And Juanito shouldn't have done that deed because for me, I really believe that stealing is bad in whatever perspective you see it. Though I understand the need to do so as he sees it as his only option, but stealing is getting something that is not rightfully yours. And I also value the commandments of God in which he stated there that we shouldn't steal.
Me personally, Juanito, for the sake of his dying wife, would probably do that or would probably steal the drug just to save his dying wife because nothing feels right or wrong already if it is for your loved one. And God knows how much Juanito wanted to save his wife and how much he loved his wife. And for me, it is not that an easy decision, but you have to really make it just to save a person that is dying.
For me, a good husband will not steal because first thing, stealing is not good and there are still many ways in order for him to get that drug. By asking help to the government will surely help. And also, he can go to the people closer to him that can create organizations and raise funds in order to help him.
Yes, as a good husband of his partner, it is his duty to do his responsibility to make a way in order for his wife to be saved, and that is to steal the drug because there's no other way he can help his wife to be cured. It is his willingness and love that drives him to do everything just for the sake of his wife.
Yes, I think the pharmacist has the right to charge that much of his medicine that he made because of making medicine is trial and error process. Therefore, he invested a lot of time, effort, and focus into making that medicine a successful one.
I would steal the drugs in order to save my own life. It's because I want to live. That's it really.
I think that the pharmacist had the right or has the right because he was the one who discovered the drug. So he has the right to set the limit of the price whenever he wants to or whatever he likes. I don't think that the husband would even steal the drug if he doesn't love his wife or he doesn't have an affection in his wife because becoming so desperate and stealing the drug would not mean that he doesn't care for his wife. It simply just means that he cares for his wife and he doesn't want to lose his wife at all. That's all.
Even though the husband might not be affectionate or close enough with his wife, he would still care for her health because, after all, they've been together and always there for each other. Therefore, that would lead him to steal the drug.
I think that even though Juanito is not that close, passionate, or in love with his wife, he would still choose to steal that drug because for the sake of humanity. And I think no one could stand seeing someone that is dying in front of you and knowing that you could probably do something.
A true friend will always be a reliable one, even though it is not right to the eyes of others, as Juanito, who is a loyal best friend that shares a great bond with him, even though they are not related by blood. A true friend that truly cares will always help you in your darkest times of your life, and also help you to overcome all your problems. Juanito will not hesitate to help his friend, even if it is against the law.
I think that if it's the wife of the best friend of Juanito, he would still steal the drug because for the sake of saving someone, right? And you could not really look at someone that is dying and knowing that you could probably do something, and if you don't have really a choice and you can do something, you should do it.
I don't think that Juanito would steal the drug because it is the best friend of Juanito's responsibility to steal that drug because it's his wife after all. So it is not Juanito's responsibility even though it's his best friend to steal the drug. That's all.
If I have a dying spouse, I will not steal a drug. Instead, I will visit the Malasakit Center in the hospital to ask help like funds and money for that drug. And also, I will report the pharmacist for selling an overpricing drug. And maybe in that way, the pharmacist will lower the price.
If I were the one dying, I still wouldn't want to steal the medicine just to save my life because for me it is really a wrong decision to consider. I would want to fight my battle with God while choosing to do good, than to continue living from a wrong action that I have done and to continue living my life with guilt and full of conscience.
Of course, I would steal the drugs. A person's life can never be replaced, but a drug or medicine can always be replaced. If you could go to jail for it, then so be it. A person's life is always above all else. What is the most important and
For me, I think that the judge would probably let Juanito go or set him free because he has done that for the sake of his wife and for the sake of saving someone dying. And I think no one could put him to jail just because of that, because he did not kill someone even though he stole something. He did save someone, and he also done that for a good reason.
I see stealing as a crime, but out of love and pity, I may say that maybe the judge can just put him into jail for an hour or two, for I also believe that he still needs to face the consequences of his action, and the judge can free him afterwards and forgive him from what he has done, as long as he will also promise to slowly pay for the medicine he stole, and also to promise not to commit the same mistake again.
The judge should let Juanito be free because there's a hidden story behind of it. And the reason why Juanito steal the drug is already enough to prove that it's about saving the life of his wife and not because of his own desire to steal due to his own selfishness. He steal because he's desperate enough to let his wife live longer, and he couldn't bear himself to see his wife dying that he can't even do anything about it. The only solution he thinks is to steal because the pharmacist will not let him buy the drug because his money is not enough after all.
I think the judge should send him to jail. Just because it's morally correct doesn't mean it's lawful. Although there are many things here that happen, it is still stealing. Was it good that he stole for his wife? Yeah, but it's bad. The ends does not justify the means.
I think that the judge should put Juanito to jail or in prison instead of letting him go free, because the law is the law after all, wherein in fact, considering the situation of Juanito, wherein he stole something to save his wife, it is still the law that would punish him because he stole something he didn't have permission of, and considering the price of what he stole, he should face the consequences.
I will not steal a drug in order for me to survive, because in every situation, I always remember to choose on what is right, and I always think that stealing is a crime. I will just lend money to my closer families and friends or visit some organization to ask help, because their hands are always open to the people who needs help.
Question number 6. Yes, for me, the judge should put him in prison because I'm not being a cold-hearted person. We just need to think rationally. Laws are set for a reason and we should follow rules. And if the judge will let this case slide, people might think that it is okay to steal and they will not be in prison because it happened already, so laws will be vanished.